everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are in your momming journey, we are here for you in this group. And this week, I am actually really pumped about the topic that we're talking about this week because I think it's something that actually is so simple, but can actually be a huge key to completely transforming the energy in your home and in your family. And the topic is this. Our kids are too busy. We are overscheduling our kids, which means we're overscheduling ourselves, and we're totally compromising the sanctity and peace and love and opportunity that we really have to have a really fun, fulfilling, and a joyful life with our kids. So today, it is Tuesday. I always kick off my themes every week with some Mythbusters, and that's what I want to do with you guys today. I want to bust some myths for you. I want to talk to you guys about these lies that we're telling ourselves all day long about our schedules, our kids' extracurriculars, all of that stuff, that really, if we can bust through these myths, we can actually make a huge change. So the first myth I want to bust for you is the same myth I bust my first myth every week, which is the myth, the lie that you're telling yourself that you're a bad mom if your kids don't have tons of extracurriculars, or on the other side, and I've done this one because I'm on the other side of the spectrum, you're a bad mom if your kids don't have lots of activities going on and lots of things going on after school, during school, on the weekend, stuff like that. Guys, you're not a bad mom. If you're watching this video, it's because you care about your kids, which means you're not a bad mom. Hi, Tamra. So myth number one, you're not a bad mom. Myth number two, the myth that more is more. More is not more, you guys. Less is more. I really want to bring that home for you guys this week. You will have such a much better vibe with your kids. I want you to really think about this week. What is the price that you're paying for your kids to be able to do all the things that they're doing? And I'm not talking about money here, although that also can be a huge factor. But what is the price we're all paying, including our children, to have all of these things on their plate? I really want you to believe less really is more, okay? Myth number three I want to bust for you guys this week is that if you don't have a lot going on, if your kids have unstructured time, that they're going to be bored. Well, guess what, you guys? If your kids are used to run, 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 go, 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 probably if you make a change, which I hope this week inspires you to do, there will be some time where your kids feel that they're bored. But kids are programmed to find things to entertain themselves, to really learn through play, and to be creative. And once we give them that more unstructured time in their day, the more we're actually giving them an opportunity to be creative, form friendships, solve problems, be bored, and understand, wow, I actually have the power and the control here to do something different if I choose. We can't actually learn those lessons unless we also have those opportunities to feel the opposite. So it's almost like you can't understand hunger if you've never experienced satiety. You can't understand feeling full if you've never experienced hunger. The same thing goes with this boredom or maybe just like malaise that comes from not having stuff to do. You can't understand what it feels like to feel inspired and run and go for something, which is the experience that we're trying to give our kids with all these activities, if they don't also understand the flip side of that. Everything in this world has a yin and a yang, a black and a white. Your kids won't be bored, I promise you. Okay, myth number four. I have 5 myths for you this week because I got so fired up about this topic. So myth number 4, if I don't sign my kids up for everything that I want them to do, or they say they might be interested in, or whatever, our kids might miss their calling. You guys, think about what you're saying. If you have a calling, ain't nobody gonna stop you from finding it, okay? If you have a calling, if you have a purpose in this world, not being signed up for flute lessons when you were 3 years old is not gonna be the thing that makes you miss your calling. We all have a calling. I have a calling right now, and the fact that I wasted so much of my time going after an engineering degree before I found it didn't stop me from finding it, okay? If your kids have a calling, they will find it, and the best way for them to find it is for you to provide them a healthy, happy, nourished and balanced childhood so that they are the best versions of themselves who will be ready to receive the gifts that the universe has for them and share the gifts that they have with the universe. Signing them up for a million things and running around like a crazy person all day long, chauffeuring your kids, is not the thing that's going to give your kids the key to their happiness and their calling. I promise, promise, promise. And the last myth I want to bust for you, which if none of these other myths speak to you, I want this one lie that we are telling ourselves all day long, and I bet you hear yourself saying it out loud to people multiple times a day. This one myth, if I can bust this one myth for you, it might crack open a little window into all the other stuff I want to give to you guys this week. And that myth is this: the myth that it's going to calm down soon. Or how many times do I say, oh, super busy right now, and someone says, how's it going with you? Oh, super busy right now, but as soon as this gets done, everything's going to settle down. How many times do we say that a day? All the time. Busy has become the new fine. I heard that somewhere last week, and I was like, circle, highlighter, because that is so true. How many times when someone asks you how you're doing, do you say busy? Probably a lot, maybe even more times than you say, oh, I'm fine. How many times when you're thinking about yourself or trying to tell somebody what's going on with you, or even if you just had to characterize your circumstance right now and how you feel about your life, would you use the word busy? Busy is a state that you are in unless you actively change it. If you don't want to be busy, if you don't want to be the way that you feel like you are right now, the solution is not continue to do the same things and wait for your circumstances to change, because that's what we're really saying when we tell ourselves this lie that, oh, it's going to calm down soon. Everything's going to settle down as soon as this happen. What you're really doing is stagnating and staying in the exact same head space and heart space and schedule space that you're in right now, but expecting something else around you to change that's going to make your circumstances different. It ain't going to happen. If you don't want to be busy, if you don't like the circumstance that you're in right now, if you think it's not good for you or your kids, you need to do something to change it, okay? Don't just wait for things to settle down, because it never, ever, ever is going to happen. And that is the huge myth that I took a really long time to understand until I heard myself over and over and over again answering people by saying busy, 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 busy. How are you? I'm busy. How are you? Busy, but later I'm not going to be busy. Don't fall into that trap, you guys. It's a complete and utter lie that we're telling ourselves. So I want you to tune in all week long, because I'm going to be talking about this week how to break this cycle of busyness so that we are not living our lives in a car, eating fast food, yelling at people while we're driving, and feeling like we never actually spend any time with each other, even though we're with each other constantly screaming at each other in a car. It doesn't have to be that way, you guys. So tune in all week long. And if you need help making these changes that I'm talking about, that's why coaches exist, you guys. This is what I do all day long. And most of my clients in our first session, when they hire me, the first thing that comes out of their mouths when I ask, how's it going for you right now, is busy. I'm running around like a crazy person. I feel so frazzled. I'm so exhausted. I have no energy. Of course not. We're running around like a bear is chasing us all day long. That's exhausting, and we can't keep that pace up. So reach out if you need help, and stay tuned all week long, you guys. Love you so much. Have an amazing week. And I hope that by the end of this week, you'll have some inspiration on how to turn these feelings around for ourselves. Bye, everybody.